Hey guys, welcome back to another one. So today's just going to be a nice short and sweet video, just kind of showing what I usually bring to the trap line when I go out. So for me, mine's a little more in depth just because when I go out, most of mine are actually a little bit longer sets, so I actually need to walk a pretty far distance, so I can't leave stuff back at the truck, because if I do need that actual equipment, that's a long hike back just to grab one thing for one trap or something like that. So let's get ahead and go with it. So first off, always just carry a little knife, little dinky knife. You never know when you have to cut something down or anything like that, or cut something off of anything, so always good to have a nice little pocket knife that you can just fold up, have ready to go right away. And then I also carry some pretty heavy duty gauge wire in case I don't feel like, or if I run out of stakes, that I'm actually able to put it around a tree or something like that, if it's something smaller like a raccoon or something, or like a drowning set or something like that. And then obviously you need a wire cutters, which this is, and then you can also twist the wire with this, so kind of dual purpose there. And then I just have a nice heavy duty hammer. I do not have a 3-in-1 here, sadly, but the hammer does just fine. And then also carry all my setters, so I have my big 330 setter. Some of my dog proofs are still pretty stiff, so I still use a dog proof setter. And then I also have just some foothold setters as well, in case I need help with those. After setting 20 in a day, you start to kind of run out of energy pretty quick there. Then I have a nice fine dirt sifter, so if I do use dirt from there, I can go ahead and sift that pretty easily. And then I usually try to use the Wolfines just because they take up so little space and they work even better than regular rebar stakes. So I always try to bring these along. If I don't have to pull them, that's even better, because then you don't have to carry around the big old puller everywhere you go, which is quite a bit of work. Just big old piece of steel tubing basically with the hook on it. So it does take up quite a bit of energy and takes up one of your hands when you're out there. So if you do catch something, that's a lot of work to carry that and whatever you caught out, especially if it's a longer line that I usually run. So also with this, I just have some pair of gloves. I just leave these with all of my equipment over the summer, so it just sits in a little bit of dirt, leaves stuff in like that, so it doesn't pick up any bad smells or anything like that. And then also I just have a little itty bitty shovel just for digging pocket sets, stuff like that. Very easy, heavy duty, you don't have to worry about breaking it. Unless you slam this thing against a tree or something like that, it probably won't do anything. And then I just carry some extra cable in case I want to cable off a trap or anything like that. If I don't feel like using the wire, if I actually need cable for something, it works a lot better. So I have a lot of it all lined up, ready to go. I just pull it off and we're ready to rock and roll. And then depending on the time of year, I do have wax dirt here. So more so during winter, I'll be carrying this. If not, I'll probably just be carrying dry dirt or no dirt at all, depending on where I am. So I always leave a cut in the top because there's usually always some moisture and you don't want it to build up in there. And then as you can see, it's just wax dirt in there, so nothing fancy or anything like that. And the year before, I was using just this backpack here, but since we're going to bigger lines this year, really wanted something that's a lot more useful, and I was kind of tearing up that backpack pretty bad. It has a lot of holes in it from all the traps and stuff, so went to an actual pack basket here. So nothing fancy, just pack basket. Should actually help out quite a bit, as it is quite bigger than this here backpack. So I'll be able to fit a lot more traps in there. and not have to worry about anything. So, and then I also always carry some pan covers. You know, I use latex ones because you can always, if you're using smaller traps and stuff like that, you can always rip these in half and you get 2 for 1. So yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. You know, there's some specialty items that, say I'm going water trapping, I'll bring out my gloves, or if I'm going out and I don't have enough wool fangs, I can always grab some of my rebar stakes over here, like these ones. Got some bigger ones in case I'm going after bigger animals like coyotes and stuff, smaller ones if I'm going after smaller things like raccoons and stuff like that, or like muskrat and mink. Then I got my 110s all ready to go. I have them in groups of 6, so then you can just toss them into the bucket and you're ready to go. Got some 160s down here, 220s for my bucket sets. I have all that stuff ready to go, so I just carry that out along with me. I have my 330s in packs of 3, so if I ever need it, I can always bring those out. I usually only do that for nuisance trapping though. I usually try not to target beaver too much, just because it doesn't seem to be too many in my area, so you don't want to just completely take away that population. And plus their hides aren't worth that much, so I don't see much point. So my raccoon traps, I use the 1.5 coils to 1.75s, and I have those in packs of, I believe, 5. So I'm able to just toss that in the basket, call it good, and walk out. I kind of try to pre-scout, so I kind of know how many traps I'm going to need prior to going out. So say I'm going to run a 10 set line, I grab 2, toss them in there, and then I have 2 things of 5 traps ready to go. And then I have my coyote traps in packs of 3, and then I have my muskrat traps in packs of 10. So a little bit more for the muskrats because you're usually setting out a bit more compared to raccoons or coyotes or anything. Coyotes are pretty spread out, raccoons are pretty kind of spread out. You kind of try to set doubles along with coyotes. Where I am in my area, you know, you usually try to, on your raccoon set, you try to set out a double for a coyote or something like that, or one at the beginning or at the end of the trap line kind of thing. So yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. And then I always carry some extra wire and my trap tags, in case any of my trap tags fall off or I missed one or something like that. You never really know. So other than that, guys, I think that pretty much covers everything. If you have any comments or any questions, leave them in the comments down below. If you have anything extra that you think I should be adding to my pack basket, just let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching.